Breakpoint, 15 countries, 12 finalists, one amazing vision. Empower Caribbean companies to take on export markets. Over 13 weeks, we meet more than 30 companies selected from over 15 Caribbean countries. We follow their journey, from their first coaching sessions at the University of the West Indies School of Business in Barbados, where they not only learn the fundamentals of business communication, but have all of their presentations individually reviewed and critiqued by business development educators. Amazing advice, unparalleled insight. Dedicated entrepreneurs vying to convince 4 judges to choose their company to be among the 12 finalists who travel to London to make their final pitch in front of angel investors, distributors and retailers that could change their future and move them forward. Last week on Breakpoint.
Good afternoon, judges. I am Curtis Podmore. Sorry, I'm Chivale Gooding. Nervousness.
I think it's a very strong point that you have, that you dominate your local market.
There are not a fraction of that many companies with the potential to export in the Caribbean.
It's not an impossible figure.
The regional judges viewed presentations from 4 budding entrepreneurs vying to win the chance to pitch to venture capitalists in London. Who will it be? The passionate owner of the online business-to-business network? The persuasive CEO of the cosmetics company for all skin tones? The lifestyle clothing brand with a strong social agenda? Or the animation company looking to represent their Caribbeanness? It was a difficult decision, but the judges decided upon Dr. Uttam Maharaj from Sasha Cosmetics.
We target exotic skin tones because that's an unfulfilled niche. In the non-Caucasian brands, there's a handful, and we believe we're the best.
Breakpoint, a Caribbean export development agency initiative to assist innovative entrepreneurs to break into Europe.
The Breakpoint, they're assisting us in terms of developing on our skills.
The EPA and Breakpoint means globalization to my company.
Great opportunity for us to seize those moments now.
A regional competition showcasing Caribbean products and industry.
We produce a true Caribbean rum.
Island Life Television.
Caribbean Agro Producers Corporation.
We're the manufacturers of natural skincare products.
Giving training and valuable expertise.
Still, I'm not sure what she's selling.
I think it's a very strong point that you have.
I think you're going to make it successful.
Creating a catalyst to take the Caribbean to the world.
Internationally, make a difference in healthcare.
They're going to enjoy the aroma and the taste and the spice.
We can tell the world about the Caribbean.
Here are the judges for Breakpoint. 6 of the most enterprising and successful businessmen and women in the Caribbean. Today, they're about to make or break the dreams of these budding entrepreneurs. These leading business people bring years of experience to the table. Preeminent business leader Dr. Basil Springer was a consultant to the Caribbean Development Bank and established the Caribbean Business Enterprise Trust Inc. Awarded the Barbados Gold Crown of Merit in 2000, Dr. Springer is also a motivational speaker and provides workshops on his management of business matrix.
I've had a lot of experience over the last 12 years in enterprise development. So when I was asked by the Caribbean Export to participate as a judge in this very interesting exercise, I could not refuse.
Joseph Mathalon has a wealth of experience in the business world. As the owner and principal of Jamaica management consultancy firm CSL Projects, he is an expert in restructuring businesses to improve logistics and efficiency.
I found it was very, very interesting, a very useful program. It gave me an opportunity to mentor some of the young upcoming entities in the region.
Genevieve Jodhan is the Executive Manager of Export and Business Development at one of the world's leading manufacturers of rum and bitters, Angostura Limited. She is currently the only female logistician in the Caribbean.
I agreed to be a judge at Breakpoint because of my experience in trading with the EU markets and having first-hand knowledge of how difficult it is to actually stay in the market once you enter.
Alan Brzezinski is Managing Director of preeminent Grenadian retailer Jonas Brown & Hubbard. Well versed to advise our candidates, he is a past president of the Grenada Chamber of Industry and Commerce.
I am always very impressed to see Caribbean people who have the entrepreneurial spirit.
CEO of leading advertising agency Freestyle Inc., Kenny Green's diverse portfolio also includes co-founder and director of mobile content provider Pixon Phones and director of Nature Isle Realty.
I felt that it was an excellent opportunity to lend some of my experience to the program and also to get an understanding of what is going on around the region in terms of people building capacity to be able to go into other markets.
Notable investment and securities dealer Christopher Williams is the co-founder and CEO of Proven Investments Limited, a multi-million-dollar investment company. He was also deputy chairman of the Jamaica Stock Exchange.
I chose to be a judge in Breakpoint because of the opportunity that it presents, not just for the region, but for the individual entrepreneurs to develop. And I think that what we're trying to do here is really build a generation of entrepreneurs that will last way beyond our lifetime. And so my ability to participate in that process is something that you just can't say no to.
Together, they will decide who will go forward. Will any of today's hopeful entrepreneurs win the opportunity to pitch in London? Let's now take a look at the criteria for Breakpoint. The candidate must show a clear opportunity for the product in the market. The firm must demonstrate a competitive level of product innovation. There must be a compelling position on which to build the brand. The product must be in a position to benefit from the advantages of the EPA. The firm must be able to show market readiness for entry in less than 6 months, and the candidate must be able to show industry knowledge and possess management and leadership experience. The first step for the budding entrepreneurs was to submit a video pitch to Breakpoint. The successful firms then participated in a preparatory session at Cave Hill School of Business in Barbados. FaceTime with top mentors who analysed their business model and advised them on preparing their pitch. We begin in Barbados, to a television company intent on promoting the Caribbean as an exotic travel destination. Island Life TV aims to complement the tone and content of its parent company, Island Life magazine. CEO Christine Ferreira explains.
We came out of our parent company, which produces magazines, so we went from the print to television as a way of branding ourselves, our name Island Life, and we produce Caribbean content which we think is fresh and new and ready for the world. We are categorized under the creative industry sector, and we produce lifestyle television programs that illustrate the best of what the Caribbean has to offer. Our vision and strategic goal is to be the leading provider of island-flavored Caribbean content throughout the world. All programs are aired in 20 Caribbean islands in prime time, from Bahamas in the north to Belize in the south. We're excited, primed and ready as we have fresh content just waiting to be produced to international standards.
Elgri Chris Caribbean Inc. manufactures natural skincare products and is Caribbean inspired, utilizing local herbs and spices. Managing Director Eloise Legold explains.
We're a company that's based in Barbados. We're the manufacturers of natural skincare products that are geared toward women of color. We produce body lotions, body butters, body mists, you name it, an entire range of products for the black woman to take care of her skin.
We offer a range of Caribbean-inspired personal care products to the local and regional skincare industry. What makes us different? We use traditional Caribbean-inspired ingredients in non-traditional ways in our formulations, which makes us unique. We believe that our products already have an international presence, inclusive of great design, product information, and barcodes.
Factoid about the Economic Partnership Agreement, EPA. The EPA has enabled firms to set up a commercial presence in the European Union. Sales staff, investors, and graduate trainees can make short-term business visits and travel temporarily to Europe. We'll meet 2 more companies making an impact on the Caribbean business landscape when we return on Breakpoint. Building upon their years of experience with their parent magazine, Christine from Island Life Television was feeling confident going into her coaching session.
We've got a wealth of information about the Caribbean on its own. It's something that we have in our archives. We can tell the world about the Caribbean. We have been able to, through our magazine, Island Life, to build a brand called Island Life. And from that, we wanted to be able to project it out into the Caribbean and out into the world. And we took it via a television program. The problem, however, lies in the high cost of production. The solution is to either find investors or some sort of equity capital or grant funding that will help us to improve our planning process and production quality by using experienced editors, by using experienced directors, because we have had feedback from international producers who have said, your programs are great, we love it, but it needs a little tweaking here and there. And we think if we had that technical expertise, we had the ability to employ that technical expertise, we would be able to say, yes, we can definitely produce to the international standards.
Christine certainly had plenty of ideas, but business coach Dr. Janine Coma needed further clarification on their brand.
So you have decided to go into the Island Life television based on the strengths of the success of Island Life magazine. You won't tell us that yet. So somewhere at the very beginning, you want to infuse something about how you established Island Life, the magazine, and then you now building on that. You haven't dumped that. That hasn't died. It hasn't folded. It is still strong. And it is on that platform you are building Island Life television.
In terms of market share, if you want to penetrate, 30% market penetration by year 1, year 2, 60%, year 3, 90%.
Year 4, world domination. This is your moment in time. So you have to use it in a very expeditious manner. And numbers, percentages, graphs, charts, they tell a brilliant story in a short space of time without all of those words.
My coaching session was very good. It was very informative. It helped us with the presentation because there are 2 of us presenting, so we got some feedback as to how we transition from one presenter to the next. We also got feedback in terms of using our magazine to build on the new product that we're trying to bring to market. Well, not new product, but the other product that we're trying to bring to market. And just other small pointers on how to present our information in terms of the slides and so on.
Meanwhile, at Elgacris Skincare Products, it was Eloise's first time ever presenting, and she was hoping to learn a lot from the business coaches.
I've never done a presentation before, and I believe that I need to draw on my coaches, their skills, and whatever information that they have to impart on me.
Good afternoon. My name is Eloise Lee Gold, and I'm the Managing Director at Elgacris Caribbean Inc. We manufacture a line of products under the brand Zuria Bath and Body. We produce natural skincare products for the women of color. Skincare is more than just a beauty issue, it's a health issue. And so what Zuria has decided to do was to try to find a solution for women of color, because currently there are no skincare products in circulation, really, especially in the European Union and so forth, that really cater to women of color. What we decided to do here is to introduce a range of moisturizers, body washes, body butters that are Caribbean inspired. So we use ingredients that we're familiar with in the Caribbean that has tons of health benefits. More specifically, we use coconut. We use coconut oil as the base oil in everything that we make, from our moisturizers to our body washes. And no, our body washes are not greasy.
So Eloise had made it through her presentation, but business coach Brian Toppin was concerned with her levels of production.
What is your capacity? Can you service, if that was your market, 16 to 65, 2.5 million women of color, can you service that market on a monthly basis? And that then gives a better understanding to the investor as to the amount of profit or return on investment they can expect or anticipate as you're moving forward.
I don't feel sufficiently convinced that you're ready to take this business further.
As it relates to the Caribbean, I'm confident I'm going to be getting into those markets. I'm sorry I didn't have my products here, but my products are shelf ready.
So it doesn't look as if, I have this lofty idea about this business and I want your money. If you understand what I'm saying. Have some specifics, a little bit more passion in the presentation, and just be firm on what your plan is, so you can sell it.
The coaching session was really good. I got tons of feedback about my presentation and about the areas that I need to improve in, and I'm really looking forward to working on them and getting to the level that they suggested that I need to get to in order to make my pitch.
Now we move to Grenada, to the largest distillery on the island, Grenada Distillers Limited. Currently employing 52 people in its factory, the company manufactures a number of award-winning rums, such as the Clark's Court rum range and Old Grog. Roel Edwards explains.
We are the producers of rum. Clark's Court is our brand. We produce at least 15 different products. We are the largest distillery in Grenada, so we bring in molasses as our main raw material, and we distill that on island and produce some of the finest rum in Grenada.
We are the leading manufacturer of spirits in the alcoholic beverage sector in Grenada. Grenada Distillers Limited currently holds 60% of the local spirit market, which is expected to grow as we seek to introduce new flavored rums and liqueurs. A successful presence in the diaspora can see export sales increasing from less than 5% to a total of 20% of our total sales within 2 years. We stand ready for your business.
Let's see who steps up their game at the regional pitches next on Breakpoint. Hailing from Dominica, the Caribbean Agro-Processors Corporation aims to utilize native plants in the manufacture of food products for well-being and medicinal purposes. Gail Defoe explains.
I do believe that we have answers to health problems, major health problems that plague our world, not just the Caribbean, but our world, and that we have some simple solutions and economical solutions to these problems.
Our company's name is Caribbean Agro-Producers Corporation. We're now doing 18 products or capsules in the wellness or health market. We project that our demand could be approximately 40% in Dominica, probably less, 20% of the market share in the wider Caribbean, and of course in Canada it would be less. But the demand overall, worldwide, is projected to grow up to $50 billion for herbal teas over the next 10 years.
We return to Grenada Distillers Limited, where Roel Edwards was feeling as confident about his coaching session as he was about his product.
Yeah, well, there are a number of things that I think that goes for us that we're very excited over. The first thing is that we produce a true Caribbean rum, Grenadian product. So that's one. Our rum has won over 90 international awards for its quality, for its taste, for its aroma. We have come up with a product where we make a fusion between the spices and the rum. Grenada Distillers Limited, we produce 15 products from various categories. These products, white rum, gold rum, flavored rum, aged rum. The absence of a Grenadian spice rum on the UK market and on the European market is an opportunity for us. We have one product that we've produced called Spicy Rum. It has a lot of flavor, but it's extremely hot. We believe that this spicy rum can be redesigned, can be reformulated, can be repackaged, and so be ready for the international market.
I liked your intonation. I liked your emphasis on Grenada spice rum. That could also be consistent throughout the entire presentation.
Talking about an idea that has to get to market within 6 months, and also then you can expand after that. But originally, what's your original plan? How do you ensure the quality? Maybe you want to take them through the process, show them a picture of the plant.
Yeah.
So, or even if it's a diagram.
In terms of delivery and tone, perfect in my opinion.
It was great. It was really good. The coaches, they like the energy, they like the presence, the idea and the innovation. They were really fascinated by it, and they saw the opportunities for the product on the European market. But of course, there are some areas I need to go on and work on.
Back to health foods manufacturer Caribbean Agro-Producers. As Gail was preparing for her training presentation, she reflected on the impact of Breakpoint for her business.
Breakpoint gives us an opportunity to present what we can do before, I'll call the EPA, the world, and an opportunity to not only locally and regionally, but internationally make a difference in healthcare.
We have a crisis in healthcare. This affects not only health, but more so productivity. Traditionally, our pharmaceuticals have been very expensive to produce, and they have had too many side effects. Herbs have been adapted to the human body over millennia. We ensure that the herbs that we use have very good research, because we don't have a lot of dollars for advertising and promotion. So we make sure that they're well known out there, but not necessarily being well used.
So Gail was confident in her products. but business coach Brian Toppin was looking for hard facts.
You want to get into new markets, so some of the metrics that you need to start mentioning: sales, whether you talk about either dollar figures or the amount of cases, bottles. What's your bestseller? Who are your competitors, as we would have spoke of over there in the UK market? Very good.
I think you have a very good presentation presence, but I am totally I got 9 from you.
The coaching session was very productive. It was I just said a while ago, which was one of the things I learned that I do very often. So I thought it highlighted for me some of the things you do subconsciously. And I really want to thank the coaches. They knew their business and they did it well.
With all the training done and dusted, the candidates moved forward with their new skills to the regional pitches which took place in 3 countries: Barbados, St. Lucia and Jamaica. We first head to the regional pitches in Barbados with the travel and lifestyle TV company Island Life Television. Company CEO Christine Ferreira had gained valuable ideas from her coaching session, which she hoped would take her presentation to the next level.
We prepared a lot. I think I'm confident. We did everything we could do. We've been sitting around for the whole day, so the nerves are now gone. Ready to go there and do my thing, just ready to get out. 14 years ago, we decided to create a brand called the Island Life. Riding on the legacy and success of our magazine, one of our strategic goals was to bring the magazine to life. And so we partnered with a television production company, and we produced 2 television series, Island Lifestyles, which mirrored the magazine's content, and Island Life Destinations, which was a travel program. We recognize there's a demand for interesting, informative, and entertaining content, and we've identified a niche for supplying Caribbean content to the international markets. Our problem is that the costs of producing premium content for the international markets are very high. Our solution is to seek strategic partnerships or joint ventures, as well as technical support to help us. This will improve the planning process and production quality to ensure that our shows are to international standards. We'll be able to create more Caribbean lifestyle programs. We'll be able to fully develop our online brand presence through web marketing, new sales channels, and digital media. And we'll be able to travel to the media content shows so that we can engage the international market.
It's a strong presentation, and Barbadian judge Dr. Basil Springer has an idea about their distribution.
The distribution of your programming, have you ever used any internet TV stations at all, or are you just go to the traditional free-to-air stations?
We're the traditional for now, but we're certainly looking in that direction right now.
Yeah, because I think there are a number of people in Barbados who are looking to set up these channels, TV channels on the internet, and it might be a way to get you around the world in no time.
Yes.
Given the history of Island Life, what kind of throughput do you anticipate on top of your production costs? What kind of margin do you expect to make on advertising?
The overall, we are looking at a profitability of about 13% between 2012 and 2013, up to 260% down to 2015.
Well, within the context of the merger of written and visual communication, I think it's going to be difficult because a number of e-magazines, a number of magazines have gone e, and a number of e-magazines include a video presentation in the subscription of the e-magazine, and so I think it's a good potential for you to quickly get into the market because the e-magazine distribution platform is a lot easier.
We are going that route with the magazine.
What about the carriers coming into the Caribbean, like the flights, the in-flight videos?
We've had that conversation actually with one particular airline at this stage. It's not quite as simple to get in as dropping the product off to them. However, what we have got is we do have an in to their head office in London, and we'll be providing them Prior to the actual presentation, we agreed and met with them and agreed to be sending copies of our CD, our DVD down to them so they could have a look at the product and see if they'd be interested.
Here's a little bit more about the Economic Partnership Agreement. Through the EPA, the European Union provides development cooperation support to Caribbean countries to strengthen the competitiveness of economic operators and integration processes. See how the candidates represent themselves at the regional pitches when we return on Breakpoint. Meanwhile, at Elga Chris Skincare Products, Eloise had successfully delivered her first presentation ever and was braced for her regional pitch.
I'm about to see the judges and I'm extremely nervous. However, I'm going inside there to do my best. Good morning. My name is Eloise Lee Gold and I'm the Managing Director with Elga Chris Caribbean Inc. We're a Barbadian-based company that produces natural, Caribbean-inspired personal care products produced under the brand Zuria Bath and Body. Zuria has designed a line of natural Caribbean-inspired products that are safe and effective. All our products are paraben-free and they've been tested to FDA standards. They're ultra-moisturizing, which encourages youthful skin. And of course, we've blended them with natural antioxidants, which we've derived from natural Caribbean herbs and spices. And we've blended all of this together with our very own coconut oil. We supply our products through retail and wholesale channels. Through our retail channels, we use our website to sell our products, and of course we use direct sales, and currently 4 spas across the island use our products, and that number is growing continually. Our products can also be found in 7 stores across the island. Elga Chris Caribbean Inc. is seeking investment to improve our production processes, to increase our capacity, and to support aggressive marketing and distribution of Zuria's products globally.
So Eloise had delivered a confident pitch, but Barbadian judge Dr. Basil Springer had some concerns about her production.
What about your production unit? Where will that be done? Are you going to prepare it here and ship the fluids, or are you going to take the raw materials and move it into a Eurocentric location for distribution in Europe and similarly in North America? What are your plans in the context of production?
Well, my plans are certainly to have production done here in the Caribbean. Certainly, I want my business to benefit the Caribbean. And so my production process would be here, where I would be able to supervise as far as quality, where we're close to our raw materials and our natural ingredients.
You're going to manufacture here, yes, and ship there, and just from a pricing standpoint, I'm wondering how competitive that could be, given just the cost of shipping a finished product from here to there.
My unit price per product is $20 Barbados.
Cost?
Excuse me?
Cost.
I mean, that's the price excuse me?
Selling price?
That's my selling price.
No, we're asking you cost price. What's the cost price to get in to make it competitive in the UK?
My cost price is around $13.
That sounds expensive to me.
Meanwhile, at Island Life Television, Christine Ferreira had delivered a strong pitch and had handed over to her colleague, Sandra Boscher.
Our strategic marketing has 2 levels at this point: business to business and business to consumer. The rapid development of the internet has considerably leveled the playing field for many of us, especially in the region, enabling us to promote our product directly to TV and digital media distributors, while simultaneously establishing relationships with consumers in niche markets such as travel and leisure. The global competition for Caribbean lifestyle media content does not seem to be daunting. Our main competitor at this stage is Ocean Style TV, which is actually a US-based company focusing on highlighting fashion, music, and lifestyle with a Caribbean essence. They also include Miami in their Caribbean. So for us, it is not direct competition.
We estimate our working capital requirements for the rest of the year to be approximately $850,000 US. 90% of this amount being allocated to production costs and 10% to sales, marketing, and administration, in order to produce our new Entertainment by Design and Island Live series. Significant growth in revenues will come from establishing ourselves in the international market, expanding into new markets, and producing new shows. We have set targets for Island Life to be shown on 10, 22, and 34 international TV stations in 2013, 2014, and 2015 respectively, generating an increase in revenues of 34% within 2 years and 88% by 2015. Island Life is an established Caribbean brand. We have a proven track record and a successful one. We are based in the Caribbean. We focus on the Caribbean. We are the Caribbean. That is our magic.
Island Life had outdone itself, and Dominique and Judge Kenneth Green was interested in finding out about their existing relationships.
Have you all got any relationships with any media brokers or anyone in those markets that allow you to be able to actually get a leap ahead instead of starting from ground zero?
We have been speaking over the last, I would say, 3 years to various stakeholders in Canada, and they do distribution throughout the world. So yes, we would be able to get into the European market through them. The one we were speaking to, the first one we started speaking to, they actually, since the recession, they stopped doing distribution, came out of business. But they were very, very interested in our programs. They liked the program. They were very impressed with the quality of what we produce in the Caribbean.
What would you see as your brand ambition?
Our brand ambition is to get the programs into the European market as quickly as possible.
I think what we're really looking for is to joint venture or partner with companies that have some of the expertise, perhaps in production, perhaps in, as you said, media brokers, where we can connect with people and take the product a step further.
I just saw the judges, and I think we did a fairly good job. I'm confident about what we did. We have a good product, and I guess we're going to London.
I think we managed to convince all the judges that we knew our product, we knew what we were talking about, and that we had a significant marketing and sales plan that would put us at a certain level once we got to the UK.
We returned to Grenada Distillers, where Rule impressed the coaches with his conviction and passion in his training session. But will he get the same reaction from the regional judges?
So I'm about to go see the judges. I think you have mixed feelings, a little bit of anxiety, you're anxious, but at the same time you really can't wait to get it over with. Good afternoon, everybody. Grenada Distillers Limited formed in February 2001 out of the Grenada Sugar Factory, which has been in operation since 1937. We believe that there is a need for a spicy rum from Grenada on the UK market. The competition is wide. We can zero in on the spice market. Captain Morgan Spice, well-known brand. St. Lucia produces a fine spice rum. Other territories produces rum. You have the whiskey industry. You have the vodka industry. People who drink alcohol, the beer industry. So it's varied. But for us, we are not going to concentrate on Blavard or Captain Morgan Spice, the beer, the vodka, the whiskey, the coolers. We are going to concentrate our effort on the spice market. We're saying that the reformulated or the innovated version of the Grenada Spice rum, the Grenadian Spice, can easily generate sales of at least 6,000 cases on the UK market within a 12-month period, or at the end of the first 12-month period. To achieve this, we're saying that the minimum investment will be around £100,000. What will that £100,000 do? It is going to allow us to find the right distributor to take us to the specialty market, the niche market, the bars, the pubs, some restaurants. We're not looking for the Tesco's because we're not going for volume. We're going for a niche approach. Thank you very much.
It's a convincing presentation, but the judges were also feeling passionate about rum.
I am intrigued by your determination that what the market is waiting for in the UK is spicy rum. 69% alcohol by volume. What led to the idea that you should reformulate it down to 40%?
Research has shown that the customers are looking for rum with a lower alcohol percentage, And the 40% was what we felt, based on the information that we've been receiving, is what is going to make for a very good product on the market.
It's a difficult market to assess, and really, where are the statistics available on the spice rum market? I mean, who says there's a potential for a spice rum?
The International Wine Spirits Company, they conduct a yearly review of all major markets throughout the world. They've just concluded one in Grenada and have actually sent us the results. So results for the UK market is also available.
Your 6,000 cases per year represents what percentage of that market?
We believe that over the next few weeks, as we develop the product and as we develop the brand, it will be necessary to go deeper into the market to capture more information, to be able to position the product properly.
You know, Captain Morgan's story says that they've been around since 1649.
That's right.
You only 1937.
We're confident that the nutmeg story coming from Grenada, producing a high quality spice, and our Caribbean rum put together, properly formulated, will be an excellent story.
So you have a slogan?
Of course. Grenadian spice.
So you're going to say get high tonight?
Get high tonight.
Find out next who will yield and who will rally under the judges' fire on the road to London with Breakpoint. Health supplements manufacturer Gail Defoe from Caribbean Agro Producers had a positive learning experience at her training session and was fully prepared to deliver her regional pitch.
I prepared for the meeting with the judges by reviewing my slides. I also did use my laptop to do a little movie and talked through it and timed myself and, you know, put in my head how many seconds, how much time I really had. But I didn't memorize anything because every time is different. Our brand, Give, Nature Fresh Herbs for Health. My voice may get a little passionate, but I'm passionate about not what is my hobby, but also my business, but also my life. From health to health. We intend to produce or include some testimonials as we continue to pitch herbs and what they do. I had had 3 heart attacks by the time I was 42. I was unable to keep my breath or breathe or even to be here to present. The health market will be the single biggest growth market in our future. This is not about just quality of life, but also quantity and length of life. Our solution, therefore, is to niche market, ensure that these herbs that we have good scientific research and backing. They are applicable, although there may be thousands of years of knowledge, to current disease processes. Herbs are, blessing on my part, a very much knowledge-based industry. Now with the proliferation on the internet, it really is going to lead into major online sales. So online approach, we're going to leverage technology. There is the online approach to increase sales. We keep our presence vital that way, dynamic by being interactive. We're looking for new markets in London, particularly because we've done some studies on the ethnic makeup, and in fact, anybody would be able to use it. So to service, we need team. Our suppliers must understand that we need volume and quality. Product, the workers must understand that we need quality and production. And most of all, logistics of management. We're the ones who make it happen to ensure that when they come in the morning, whatever they need is there and is useful. The downturn in the economy has really affected us. Projections and milestones, we're looking for a capital injection of about 100,000 euros. We need equipment, we need packaging, and we need expertise to make it happen. That's a tea machine. A lot of talk, but we need good equipment to package. Tea bags do not package themselves. So we need economies of scale. We need to acquire new equipment and packaging. Scale, we need to gain new markets. We have to have better break-even points. We have to make better use of volume. So this is not the day when you make a lot from a little. We have to go the other way of the market and to be looking to increase our volume so that we can be competitive in the marketplace. I omitted the naming of the slide that says, what is the magic? Because for me, the magic is money. So thank you very much for your time. And I look forward to your questions.
It was a strong delivery, but something touched a nerve with Jamaican judge Joseph Matalon.
You're going into a very overcrowded market in the first place. and I don't see anything in your presentation that distinguishes your product from other products.
I don't sell lemongrass and ginger and mint in Jamaica. The market is overcrowded. We sell those in Dominica. We're in all the biggest supermarkets in Dominica, and anywhere that Caribbean Dreams or Tops packages for me.
Yes, but when you are competing, when you're talking about not being competitive in Jamaica, the UK market or the American market is far more overcrowded than the Jamaican market is.
Yeah. Did you notice what I said in the beginning? We have not yet begun to talk about our herbs that work, that presently we're getting demand for.
What do you quantify the demand for your product on?
In the UK market.
Yes.
We get, and the people who know us, we probably get asked once or twice a week to supply the European countries of Martinique and Guadeloupe. Because of the volume, and that's why I came down to the dollars, because we cannot produce the amount that we need, we have not been able to enter those markets. The entire hotel market is not serviced by one single Caribbean product right now. And so we intend to get into the envelope overwrap. That opens up hotel and conference centers and the more sophisticated markets to us. So we're not trying to be all things to all people. But if in Dominica, I don't really advertise because I cannot keep up with demand. I don't have enough product to sell, okay? And just an aside, we always think that exporting is very difficult. I tell people exporting is not difficult. Coming back to money, collecting your money is. I trust that when the judges actually do a little research, that I will be one of the finalists in Breakpoint, and that they will see that we can make a difference in health worldwide.
We now return to Elgricris. The judges had concerns about her methods and costs of production, but Managing Director Eloise Legault was battling through her presentation.
The potential of these products within the European market, you might ask? 70 billion euros. That is the value of Europe's skincare market. It stands as 1/3 of the global skincare market, larger than the US and Japanese markets combined. We've added some very traditional Caribbean herbs into our formulations to add benefits and also to add value. Take, for example, sorrel. Traditionally, we drink this in the Caribbean. And now we've introduced it in a body lotion. And let me tell you about some of the benefits of sorrel. It's a natural antioxidant. It's packed with vitamin C. It helps to brighten and maintain your skin. And best of all, it helps to reduce the risk of cancer. Zuria's current capacity is 100 units per day. With an initial minimum investment of $250,000 US, we would be able to increase our capacity by at least 500%. Over a 3-year period, starting of course in 2013, we would be able to turn that investment into profits and not sales. Projected profits of $0.3 million US, operating at our minimum capacity of 10,000 units, and of course over a 3-year period, $500,000 US. With investment, we'd like to commence exports in the European Union starting in April of 2013, starting in London, of course. Zuria's Caribbean-inspired line seeks to introduce natural skincare using our products, using our ingredients, taking our beauty to the world. The time has never been more perfect than now. Effective green skincare is the new rave. It is $1 billion industry. It is happening, it is trending, it is growing. And at 20% per annum in a recessionary period, the sky is the limit. Thank you.
Do you know what is the market size for coconut oil-based products in London?
The market size in London, no, I'm not sure.
You said that you are looking to get some form of a patent.
Yes, for
What is it that is patentable within your product line?
But in addition to that, we're differentiating ourselves because we are using Caribbean herbs that no one else is currently using. And we're using them in non-traditional ways.
For the labeling requirements for EU entry, wouldn't you have to demystify some of the ingredients or most of the ingredients in your production?
And when you say demystify, you mean?
To literally, you would have to state what they are.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, and we certainly would
we are above board with our ingredients. We want to know, we want people to know what we have in them.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. You're dealing with a highly competitive and intelligent market,
right,
where a differentiated product which can be replicated will be replicated. So I was trying to find out, that's why I started with the patent, right, you know, and what it would do for allowing you to protect your differentiation.
I've just seen the judges. I'm not nervous anymore. Thank goodness that's over. I don't know what they're thinking. They asked me a ton of questions. I did my very best in answering, and I think that I'll be one of the finalists.
When the pitches were finished, the judges deliberated the merits of each candidate, beginning with Grenada Distillers.
This one is perhaps the one that I am most confused about in terms of the accuracy of the data, or in fact the lack of data rather than the accuracy.
And the judges then moved on to Caribbean Agro-Processors Corporation.
I actually trusted her knowledge based on what she said, and that's very important to any investor. And I think if you put her in front of anyone, she could tell, you know, basically get that level of faith. But there was no quantifiable data.
Elgra Chris Caribbean.
There wasn't really anything to protect her or really to differentiate her other than the fact, I think, that it was coconut oil based.
She may not be market ready in 6 months, but the product, there's scope for that product to be developed.
Island Life TV, I thought, competed for the presentation of the day.
They could certainly sell the Caribbean.
They'll be great.
Who is the budding entrepreneur that will go through to the next round? The convincing television producers building on the legacy of their brand? The emotive producer of natural skincare products with all local ingredients? The passionate rum producer looking to spice up Europe? Or the health foods manufacturer intent on making a difference internationally in healthcare? Find out next week who will be going through to London on Breakpoint. Here is the contact information for each of the firms represented in today's show. We wish all our firms every success with their business.
Liat, the Caribbean airline.